Bobcats. I'd like to explain our visual argument slideshow that you are creating. So in class, we went over the different types of assumptions that might be inherent or underlying an argument. We also went over the different types of claims. If you were not there or did not get that lesson, I do invite you to go back on Google Classroom to refresh those lessons. So for this assignment, you will have a slideshow that's a common slideshow you'll be working on with your peers. Your assignment is individual though. So you have a few different tasks. First of all, on the slide itself, you're going to pick an image, cartoon, photograph, or drawing that makes an argument. And you'll copy and paste that to your assigned slide. Each slide in the notes section already is pre-assigned. It has your name. So please look alphabetically by last name to find your name and your slide. Then you should cite your image. So you will see some examples of what that looks like, but you want to use MLA format. Then in the notes section of your slide, you're going to do three things. You're going to first summarize your argument. What is the argument of the speaker or the photographer or the cartoonist? What is their argument? And then you're going to name what type of argument, what kind of claim are they making? One of fact, policy, or value. And you want to elaborate a little bit on what that is and how you know. And I have some examples to show you. And then you are going to explore possible assumptions that the argument is making. What assumptions are they basing their argument on? And then finally, once that's all complete, you're going to do a Screencastify with your camera. I'm using Screencastify to do this video. That means that you will appear in the screen in the corner or wherever you move that little square. And I want you to walk me through your selection. I don't want you to read your slide. Please do not read your slide. Please go through and talk through and teach me about your slide. Your peers will not see the video. So you will complete your slide on this slide deck, and then you will upload a separate video with Screencastify and submit it to this assignment. So you'll complete the slide, and then you'll also attach a video that is you in your Screencastify walking through your selection. If you don't know how to use Screencastify, please let me know. It is pretty simple. You're going to go through the Chrome store, and most of us have already used Screencastify for other assignments in our class. So unless you didn't do those assignments, you wouldn't have them. So it's a little tiny peach arrow at the top on your bookmark bar. And I will try to include some instructions about that. Okay, so I'm going to actually go out of this so that I can show you what this looks like. If you go to the first slide, this is an older advertisement, an older picture that students saw often on Instagram. You might be a little young to remember this, but people would argue about this dress. Some people saw that it was gray and white, and some people thought it was gold and blue or something like that. They disagreed, and it had to do with the way it appeared on your screen. So this is an advertisement that capitalized on that argument, and obviously we see a woman that is abused. I want to point out to you that we do have a citation here, right here on this directly on the slide, and they have basically resized it. I'm going to move this arrow or this little slide thing up so that I can actually work on this. And if you wanted to make it bigger, you could. That's probably hard to see. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you. Okay, so the student's name is I'm Smart. Got it? And they have a summary of their argument. The global dress controversy. Was it really black and gray, or was it white and gold? Or was it black and blue? Nice use of rhetorical question. This visual portrays a woman as a victim of domestic violence. While America is busy debating the colors of a dress on social media, they are missing stories that are more unpleasant, such as domestic abuse in lieu of entertainment. So that's the argument that the advertisement is making. The type of claim, I'm going to have to make it smaller so I can actually read it. This is a visual argument representing the claim of policy proposing a change for a continuous global issue, domestic violence. The subtext of this image says the only illusion is if you think it was her choice. Only 1 in 6 women are victims alone. Stop abuse against women. Such a statement appeals to our values to instigate the change of policy. So it's kind of an argument of both. So they put both. What are the assumptions? The argument assumes that typical people see right past the bruises and the outcry some women possess internally, thus naive to a rising issue that seems to have no halt. It also assumes that all victims of domestic abuse are silent about their plight. Now, I'm not going to go over the rest of the examples, but do know that you have 3 more examples that are sort of interesting here, where you can see this gigantic iPad. It looks like there's shopping, and there's a little girl in the shadow, and then there's her mom. There's an argument being made there. Here's a cartoon example. Here's another cartoon example. And all of these have included some analysis for you. So you can kind of see what I'm expecting, what Mr. Porter's expecting for a grade of a 4. And just note that so I don't think David would mind if I used his name. He's always so nice. So David's name is here, David A, and then alphabetically the rest of the names go. We've got Brooke, we've got Chloe, on and on and on. Okay, so you'll see some of you might want to write on another slide and then transfer it. It's up to you. I do hope that this was clear for you. And when you're all done with your Screencastify, you will just click that little arrow at the top and stop recording.